All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Benjamin, and I'm the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. And yes, Peter Obi tells Alex Otti, take care of the poor in ABIA. APC spokesman cries out. He said, Buhari serviced debt with 96% of the revenue, and he left behind multi-trillion debt for Tinubu. But before I take all this, let me quickly show you a video of the NLC chairman, Mr. Joe Ajaero, saying that Labour is not divided, that they are all united, the Labour, the TUC, and that unless the government comes back to the round table to negotiate with them, the strike action must take place on Wednesday. See the video.
Well, there is no discordant voice within organized labor. If there is any, let me know. We have 36 state councils of the NLC. We have 54 affiliate unions that met on Friday. No dissenting voice. And we took a decision on this action. And every union has issued strike directives to their members. And the strike is on. For the newspapers that are saying there is a division, let them say where the division is having. The NLC does not operate northern branch, eastern branch, western branch. So where is the discordant voice coming from? Let them wait till Wednesday for them to know.
You know, in the past, organized labor will agree on something. Then a faction of it go back, go collect money. They will come scatter the agreement. But this time around, the chairman, Comrade Joe Ajaero, is saying they are all united, and that unless something is done before Wednesday, the strike must go on. And only time will tell whether organized labor will stay together this time or they will fall apart like they've always done. Now, let's get to the issue of His Excellency Peter Obi telling the executive governor of Abia State, Alex Otti, to take care of the poor in Abia. And in a statement released by Vanguard, it reads, Presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has advised Governor Alex Otti to take care of the poor in Abia. Obi, who spoke at the interdenominational church service Sunday to mark Otti's inauguration, said that welfare of the citizens was one of the essence of governance. He also told Otti to always be grateful for the grace of God upon his life. I quote, do not abuse the grace of God. Let everything you do be to the good of the poor people in Abia. Let the poor people be happy. Let the retirees and pensioners be happy. Obi, who was a special guest of honor at the event, submitted. Obi expressed optimism that Abia will be fixed under Otti and promised to return after 4 years to campaign for Otti's re-election. In his speech, Otti declared that under his watch, all Abians will heave a sigh of relief, adding that very soon their misery will give way for joy. Otti said his administration would not only work for the poor, but lift the poor out of poverty. He's borrowing Peter Obi's words now. Then Otti said, and I quote, he said, this is the time for the people of God to rejoice. The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2 says that when the righteous is in power, the people rejoice. And I know that Abia people are going to rejoice very soon. We have come here to work for Abia people, and Abia people we will work for. We've not come to work for big men. We believe that big men will always find their way. But the peasants, the farmers, the poor people all over the place, we have promised to lift them out of poverty. And that we will do. That is beautiful. That is so refreshing to hear. Especially coming from a man who has already hit the ground running. In just less than a week in office, he has already done so many things that people are proud of. And the people of Abia, and indeed other well-meaning Nigerians, are excited at the kind of leadership style that the Peter Obi era of Labour Party has introduced. And they hope and pray that the entire nation will come to enjoy this through His Excellency Peter Obi. Now to the issue of APC spokesman. He said Buhari government spent 96% of revenue servicing debt, and that Buhari left behind multi-trillions of debt for Tinubu. And Nigerians all but said, shut up. They said, Mr. Bayo, please respect yourself. We know all this. Now you just dey wake up because you have been pretending to be asleep. When Nigerians saw all the woes of Buhari regime, they cried and cried and cried. But they said, you, Mr. Bayo, you were one of the people who jumped out and said, no, they are whalers. They are making noise. The man is doing well. He has done very well. In fact, he's the best person. He's the best president. He has delivered better than all the other presidents we've had. That was your position, Mr. Bayo. But now that you have seen that the jury is out on you, now you have seen that people will judge your own person. Now you can't talk say they leave multi-trillions of debt. That is why when we are discussing national development, when we are discussing issues that border on the welfare of the country, it's better to say the truth. Because when you are lying, how long will you be able to sustain these lies? Something where they affect everybody. Now you have seen that the jury will be out on you. You are now directly involved. You have started saying all this nonsense. And people are saying they hope you are not trying to start making excuses. That don't make any excuses. Oh, remember all the promises, all the mouths that you made. And that is what, that is the scorecard. That's what they are going to use as the scorecard. When you were running your mouth, Mr. Bayo, making promises, the government will do this, it will do that. Nobody challenged you. They allowed you to run your mouth. And then you knew that there was death on ground, but you didn't consider all those ones. So don't come out and make noise here. And already, the People's Gazette reported few hours ago that in the first week of Tinubu's regime, that 80 people lost their lives to violent attacks. Yes, now the People's Gazette, they talk just few hours ago. And here are some of the tweet reactions to that update. This one said, Buhari's legacy continues. And this tweet said, as he promised, sorrow, tears, and blood. This one said, they all seem to be clueless as regards national security. And this tweet said, those expecting this man to work are dreamers. He has nothing to offer. He might be worse than Buhari. And this one said, particular tweet said, man already following Boo-Boo's footsteps. This one said, Buhari spent 8 years in office and worsened our security concerns. God forbid bad thing. That tweet said, when you retain the same service chiefs that failed for 8 years, this is the result you will get. Can't plant orange and plug apples, can you? Complaint don't already start. Hey! Now only God go help us for this country. Anyway, let me leave it here. I've said enough. Now Monday be this. We need to get to work. It will be another day in court for His Excellency Peter Obi. And anyhow way it be, we will bring you the updates later today. Make I for fit bring you updates. I need to enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because now because of una, now I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.